Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we're back with round 7. Have I put round 6? Have I put round 6? I've put round 6. It's round 7. It's round 7 of P1RCs Super Formula series. So we are live from Interlagos tonight for round 7. 37 laps following a 5-minute qualifier, which is not underway just yet. Bop is on, so they can't adjust the cars in any kind of way. Tyre wear is at times 5, fuel rate is at times 3. They do have to take 2 mandatory pit stops, and they do have to use 2 different compounds of tyres throughout the night. So that's entirely up to them what they choose, but they have to be different throughout. Obviously that's 3 sets of tyres, so that could be 2 sets of softs and a medium, or I don't know, what would you go for here? Interlagos, it's a tricky circuit, a lot of twists and turns, a couple of straights. I don't know, but let's have a look at points, shall we? So leading the way at the minute is P1 Dylan with 116, but right behind him is HKRT Kevin with 112 in second, Faithless Emo third with 89, Mockin in fourth with 75, Manny is fifth with 50, got Obi-Wan 6 with 47, joint 6 sorry, with Manos with 47 points there. 8th then for Mark with 37 points, Skippy in 9th with 33 points, 10th for Atramores with 31 points, 11th for It's Hoggy with 21 points. Oh, I think they're the wrong way around. Pilgrim, you might want to look at that. So it's 11th, I think, for Dizzy, 12th for It's Hoggy, Pilgrim in 13th, and then Dazzler 14th. So that's points coming into tonight. Stickers still available. People hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. And let's get ourselves in. Evening. Oh, I still haven't faffed my camera. God damn it. Come on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, people. Getting there. I don't know why it doesn't lock in. Don't know why it doesn't lock in. I don't know. I apply it, I okay it, and then the next race, next time I stream, it all goes back to how it was. So who knows? Who knows? Right, sounds on. Qualifying's not started yet. Let's have a look who we've got in the room. Dylan, Faithless, Mart, Obi, Manos, Kevin, Manny, Atra, Mockin, Skippy and Pilgrim. So a couple of drivers missing, but 11 on track. Dylan's left the room and come back, so I'm just wondering whether he's been to phone Yamagachi Kawasaki or whatever his name is for his for tonight's cheat code. Does like a cheat code. So let's see if we can do almost perfect time. See if we can do a lap before we start qualifying. Who are we on board with? Is it Faithless? Yes it is. Okay, so across the line down towards turn 1, tricky corner, off camber into turn 2, again another tricky one, turn 3 straight away. A lot of speed around there onto this back straight, full tilt down here, hard on the brakes for the 90-degree left at the end. Decent through there, continues left, back up the hill a little bit, comes into this tricky section now. This is where the tyres are going to start hurting. Tricky corners around this back half of the circuit. Left, right, almost a hairpin here. Through the left. little short push to this next left. Another 90-degree left-hander and back up the hill onto this start-finish straight. Or not, as the case may be for Faithless. As he lights the rears up on the curbs and around he goes. Let's just shut that door. Alright, that's enough of you, Faithless. So, looks like we're about to kick off with qualifying then. So it's only a 5-minute qualifier. 37 lap race. Ooh. How are we all doing tonight anyway, people, alright? Let's just turn the chat on. Boom, boom, pow. Sounds alright, good. Yeah, long old pit lane here as well. Just going around turn 1, turn 2. Come out of the pits at the exit of turn 3 onto that long back straight. So just here. That's where we rejoin. So outlap's got to happen then. So we just wait for those to kick off. I can imagine everyone's obviously going to be on softs for qualifying for 5 minutes. Be interested to see what tyre options people go for off the line. I was chatting to Mart earlier, saying exactly the same thing to him. Tyre choice here would really, for me, depend on where I qualified. Oh, Manny getting it wrong around the back half of the circuit. It's an outlap. So let's go to Obi then. First man out on track. Have a look how they go on. So they have got the DRS or the KERS system to use, which is the pop-in of the rear wing. One of the KERS is the energy recovery system, isn't it? We haven't got that. We don't recover any energy, but they have got the DRS, which is the wing opening jobby, and they get one full tank of that, whatever it is, battery power, whatever. They only get that one tank throughout the whole race. Doesn't matter if they come in the pits, they can't refill that up, so it's a bit of a strategy, and when you use that as well, to use it early on, try and make a little bit of a gap from everybody else. Do you hang on to it to the end when everybody's run out and you've got a big tank full where you can absolutely spank it? Everybody using as much as possible during qualifying, I can imagine, as and where you can. Okay, let's have a look then. Start seeing these times come in. Decent lap by Obi. Obviously he's going to sit on pole until other drivers come through. Mocking, he takes that top spot off him. Kevin comes through to take that straight off him as well. So it's Kevin first currently, Mart second, Mocking third, Faithless fourth, Obi fifth. Oh, there comes Dylan, throwing himself into third position. One more driver, I think, left to cross the line. Okay, so it is currently Kevin on top spot, Mart second. We've got a couple of minutes left of this qualifying session. Dylan third, Mocking fourth, Faithless fifth, Manos sixth, Obi-Wan in seventh, Atra Moores in eighth, Pilgrim ninth, Manny in 10th, and Skippy in 11th. In the pits, Mocking in the pits, changing those tyres straight away. One more outlap, probably get a hot lap in. Can he better that time? Can Dylan go any quicker? Is Kevin still out on track? Yes, he is. What's Dylan got? Any quicker? towards the line now then. No quicker for Dylan at the minute. He's got one last opportunity now, but he is starting to see that tyre wear kick in. Mark needs to cross the finish line to be able to get that next lap in. Kevin's still out on a hot one. Towards the line now then. Can he go any quicker? No, he stays fourth. Faithless Emo nowhere near the line. Can Obi go any quicker? 6th place currently. Little wobble coming out of the final turn there. Can you better 6th, Obi? No. Here comes Kevin, he's already on pole, not able to go any quicker. Dylan up this back straight. Can he go any quicker? No, that's him done. So we just wait on this man now. Can he find a little bit of time? What is he, 0.3 behind Kevin? Made a good choice, came in for a one out lap, one hot lap, a set of tyres, another out lap, and then he's managed to get a second hot lap in on a fresh set of tyres. What's he got then? To the line. Oh, Mocking Weeks has managed to sneak another lap in. Okay, he jumps into 3rd then. We will have a look at official results. Oh, Mark stays 2nd, not able to go any quicker. That is qualifying done. Results then. Kevin on top spot, Mark 2nd, Mocking Weeks 3rd, Dylan 4th, Faithless 5th, Obi-Wan 6th, Manny in 7th, Skippy in 8th, got Manos 9th, Pilgrim in 10th and Atramores in 11th. That is the lineup for tonight's race. So what tyres would he put on? Tyre wear at ×5. That's gonna hurt the tyres around here. Let's get those likes going, people. I'm seeing 1 like and 5 people watching. Come on now, that's not cricket. So there shouldn't be any weather here. It is on random, but I don't think rain is even possible at Interlagos. I could be lying. Okay, 2 minutes until we kick the race off. There's another like. That's what we want. More likes, more algorithmic comments, all that stuff. It all helps. Yeah, what are you doing, Dylan? Don't stop in the middle of the road. Don't call him a friend, Atra. He'll go to his head. There's dry air here, Faithless. I don't know about dirty. Where did you end up in qualifying? It's going to be a little bit for you. 5th. Grid order set then. Just around the corner. See how Faithless gets on with his dirty air. I'm not repeating that. It's not a rude word, but it could be construed as a rude word. It is a rude word. A lot in the pack, clean air and softs, yeah, yeah. Okay, 37 laps of Interlagos coming up. Kevin's going to lead us round. Mark's in a decent place though. If he can get a good start, he might be able to squeeze one up the inside at turn 1. Lights go on then. No false starts. Oh, someone's stuck at the back. Who's that? That was Skippy off the line. Okay, so Kevin holds that lead into turn 1. Mart, a little bit compromised coming in there. He had Dylan looking up his inside, up his outside coming around turn 1. Almost had the inside coming into turn 2. Mart was able to hold ahead and keep that one. Dylan in third then. Dirty Air not playing its Dirty Air not playing its part tonight as Faithless makes up a position, but he's about to lose that. No, he's not. Faithless drops back here. Sorry, Mocking Weeks. No, he's trying to go up the inside. Oh, chaos. Mocking Weeks has caught Atra Moores and, I think. Were you part of that chaos or have you crashed on a totally different corner? I think you've crashed on a totally different corner. So Kevin still leads then. We'll go back and have a look at where Mockin and Faithless are. There's a Dirty Air, there's Dirty Air now, Faithless, when there's another Super Formula trying to ram your AirPod, I suppose, isn't there? It's, you know, a little bit of carbon fibre going in there. So that gap between Kevin and Mark come down a little bit. Kevin's opted for the medium tyre for stint 1. Mark's also medium tyre. A little bit of a gap then back to Dylan. Tiny mistake set in from him. 1.5 seconds behind. Faithless. How did you manage to stay in 4th after being rammed off track? Unless it wasn't you at all. Was it Atra Moores? Did you manage to drive around the outside of it, Faithless, and stay on track? You absolute legend. If that's what happened. I thought he took you out. Okay, but Manos is in 5th. Manny 6th. Obi-Wan 7th. Skippy in 8th. Here's Mocking Weeks in 9th. Pilgrim in 10th. And Atra Moores in 11th. Or maybe it was Atra. Maybe just getting a bit confused by the yellow on there. So Kevin leads then 1.3 seconds. No slipstream for Mart at the minute. Neither driver used any of their boost function yet. What has Dylan also on that medium tyre? Faithless medium tyre. Medium tyre on from Manos. Medium tyre on from Manny. It was all kicking off back there. Skippy and Obi pretty close. So yeah, Manny was on the mediums. Mediums on for Obi. Softs on for Skippy. Manny's gone very wide through there. Gets overtaken by Obi and Skippy. Mocking Weeks on the mediums. Pilgrim on the mediums. And Atra on the mediums. So I think it's just Skippy on the softs for the time being. Needs to make those work. They're going to wear out a hell of a lot quicker than the mediums. So back to the front then. Kevin holding that lead, 1.4 seconds over Mart. Dylan's fallen a little bit further back as well. Maybe not getting on with Interlagos so well. Back to start lap 4 then. Everybody on that medium tyre apart from Skippy. don't think they're going to have to worry about fuel during this race, but don't quote me on that, because times 3 tyre fuel depletion. They might need a little bit, we'll see. Faithless Emo in 4th then. Again, thought he got taken out by Mockin, but I believe it was Atra. Faithless holding that for 3.2 seconds behind Dylan, but he's got nearly 4 seconds ahead of Manos. He's got his own problems at the minute. He's got a Skippy on those soft tyres closing up on him. Manny and Obi won't too far off the back either. He's got to hold his own then, Manos, or he's going to get swamped. Mocking Week slowly closing up on those drivers as well after a terrible accident in lap 1. Was it lap 1? Maybe lap 2. Pilgrim 7 seconds behind Mockin, but he has got Atra Moors for company. Oh, not anymore, they haven't. Pilgrim has lit the rears up coming out of that final turn, and he's done what Faithless did during the practice session. Spun it off track. Gonna have to get that thing back up to speed now. Kevin starting to pull away from Mark then in second. 2.1 seconds that gap. It's not a mistake from Mark, because his time between himself and Dylan is increasing as well, so it's just Kevin putting in absolute stompers. Let's just take a little look at some of his lines. Not taking as much curb, I don't think, as a lot of drivers. Let's see what he's like around turn 1. A lot of curb through there, a lot of curb through that one. Let's, oh, we missed Mark going through there, sorry. Oof. Almost gets it wrong around turn 3. Fortunately, that's opened the gap up between him and Kevin and closed the gap up between him and Dylan. Not quite within slipstream range yet for Dylan. But getting a little bit closer. Faithless staying in 4th, 3.4 seconds behind. Manos falls a little bit further back, 5.1 seconds. Holding on to that 5th though. Skippy starting to close him down on that set of soft tyres, but they are starting to show their wear now. Flick between him on the mediums, Manos on the mediums and Skippy on the softs. You can see there's almost triple the amount of wear on Skippy's softs. And although they'll still be quick, they'll be liable to let go if he gives them any kind of extra grief more than they want to take. Manny's 7th, Mockin up to 8th place then. He's got himself past Obi. Pilgrim in 10th, and oh, Atra Moors has left the lobby. He's left the race. Obviously he's not going to be able to rejoin it now. Kevin making this look easy at the minute, 3.5 seconds ahead of Mart. And he is being closed up by Dylan very, very slowly. That gap come down from 1.5 seconds to 1.1. It won't be long before Dylan's got that slipstream. What did he say? He has issues. Okay, I'm assuming that's equipment issues. Could be family, who knows? Who knows what's going on? Dylan then still trying to close up on Mart. Coming up to these last couple of corners before this straight. Still not quite within slipstream range on the exit of that turn. Faithless gets a little bit closer here as well. From 3.6 seconds, it's down to 2.8. So no dirty air for him at the minute. Skippy up to 5th. He's got himself past Manos. Those soft tyres still working for the time being then, but he will be in a lot earlier than everybody else. Manos still holding 6th. Mocking up to 7th. He's made his way past Manny as well. Pushing hard, and then after that mistake early on, closing up on Manos here as well. Using a little bit of that overtake function to carry the speed past. He's got the inside line through this turn. Oh, Manos tries to defend going through there. Unfortunately, he's run himself wide and allowed Manny through as well. Now, can Mockin close up on Skippy? Skippy's on those worn softs versus medium tyres on board here for Mockin. Again, he's been carving his way through this field quite easily, Mockin, to be honest. So he is in a good place here, well within slipstream range of Skippy. Oh, he nearly did a pilgrim. Oh no, Obi-Wan has done a pilgrim in the background. He has lit the rears up coming out of that final turn. And around that car goes onto the grass. Skippy then comes under threat. Mockin using that overtake function again. Past he goes. Looks like Manny's doing the same thing. Trying to use that overtake function to catch up and get past. Now, will we see Manny go for that one down here? Doesn't look like it. He's not using the overtake function by the looks of things. So Mockin up to 5th then. Skippy 6th. Manny 7th. We've got Manos in 8th. He's ended up at the back of that pack then, apart from this man who's just spun it out on that final turn, Obi. 7 seconds behind that field now. 8.5 seconds ahead of Pilgrim, and we have lost an Atramores already from this one. Ooh, Dylan has made a mistake. Terrible mistake as well. So that gives Mart a big chunk of clear air behind him. He's off the pace of race leader, 4.4 seconds behind Kevin in first. Can't keep with that man, but he has kept himself ahead of Dylan. Dylan has made a mistake and lost another place, so that puts Faithless Emo into 3rd then. No more dirty air for him for the time being. 3 seconds behind Mart. Dylan, unfortunately for him, he's not even within slipstream range of Faithless Emo at the minute. So Mockin 5th, another 8 seconds behind Dylan. Oh, look at the fronts on Skippy's car. The fronts are screaming out to be changed. The whole thing is sliding. Let's just have a look at that. Just sliding around some of these turns. Look, those front tyres not gripping at all. So, will he be in at the end of this lap? We'll find out in a corner. Or he's got to be in at the end of this lap. He can't continue on doing another lap on those tyres. Come in. He's going to lose that position to Manny and Manos. Or Obi, sorry, and Manos for sure. Right, what are you doing, Skippy? You're coming in? He does come in. Obi around that pit entrance. Manny as well, dragging Manos. So yeah, all three of them are going to get past Skippy, unfortunately. But he's only got to put on tyres, so he won't be in there for too long. See that, he's not even in his pit box yet. Fresh boots on then. Taking on board fuel, I don't know whether you need to, really. Gets released now, but at the back of the pack. Look at that, that's consistency. That is everything on the right hand side there on the timing screen. There's a one, oh no, sorry, no, there's one 118 on there. Everything else is a 117. Mart still second. A few 170s, a few 118s on there. He is losing time to Faithless. That was about 3 seconds. It's down to 2 points. Well, it's less than that now. It's less than 2 seconds. I think Faithless is using a little bit of that overtake function. Mart's used a little bit as well. Dylan's not used any of it, but he's fallen even further back from Faithless. 4.4 seconds now. Rocky Weeks just 6 seconds behind him. That was 8. Obi into 6th then with Skippy's departure. In fact, Obi, how have you got there? Oh yeah, that's right. Manos 7th, Manny 8th, Pilgrim 9th. Skippy back out then. Fresh set of mediums for him to play on. So that's one of his stops out the way. They do have to take 2 stops. They do have to take 2 different compounds of tyre as well, which Skippy has done. So it's a free choice for him now for his last stop. He can do what the hell he likes. That gap still coming down between 2nd and 3rd. Very slowly again. Faithless just using a little bit of that overtake function on some of these straights to slowly close that gap up on Mart. Just got to be careful that, oh, he gets a wobble on through there. He's just got to be careful that he doesn't overuse that, run out of it, and then at the end everybody else has got a full tank of that and can just disappear from him. Just consistency from Kevin. 6.2 seconds ahead now. Nobody able to pile any pressure on him. Dylan usually is the closest driver, but Dylan's struggling a little bit tonight. So Mart's still second. That gap coming down still. 1.3 seconds between Faithless and Mart. Overtake function being used down here. Oh, he closes up loads through there. 0.3 of a second. So he's within slipstream range just from Mart. Oof. Little mistakes like that though. Dropping back out of that tow range. That gap opening up again a little bit. Dylan then 5 seconds behind in 5th. Weeks still taking a little bit of time out of him. That gap drops to 5.9. It's only a 10th, but it is coming down. Obi 6th then. Manos in 7th, still being harassed by Manny here. Pilgrim not too far off the back of him either. Skippy, after his stop, is 15 seconds behind those boys on a set of mediums now. So when are we going to see the medium tyre drivers stop? They've still got a lot of life left in those tyres. So 15 laps in. 19 minutes of racing has taken place so far. Kevin has led every single lap. Mart put him under a bit of pressure, but that gap's been slowly but surely opening up throughout the race. Mart was under a bit of pressure from Dylan for a while, but Dylan's made a mistake and allowed Faithless through, and Faithless is now on the charge, trying to get that second position off of Mart. the slipstream as well at this point round this last turn. That's good lap times from Faithless as well. A lot of those are 117s. Mark's got a couple of 118s in there. A little bit of that overtake function used again from Faithless. He throws himself in the pits though. Opting to get rid of those medium tyres now. Now will he be able to take Mart when Mark comes in the pits? Is Mark going to consider using his overtake function at the moment to just try and close that gap down a little bit more? There is race leader. 8 seconds ahead currently. Mark now out on his own. He has got is that Manny behind him, but I think Manny's, let's have a look, has Manny just been in the pits? Yes, he has. Fresh set of mediums. I wonder why he was so close. Pilgrim still not stopped. Manos not stopped. Mockin has stopped, so he's got a fresh set of softs on now. Faithless has stopped. He's on the softs. Obi-Wan not stopped. Dylan not stopped. Mark not stopped. Kevin in this lap. So do we see Martin? No, he continues on. Now he needs to consider using that overtake function. Press that Super Formula as much as he can. Well, these are the drivers. They're obviously in the pits and going to lose a lot of time, but they're both going to come out on soft tyres, I believe. Faithless is already out on a set of softs, so they're obviously going to be quicker when they come out of the pits on those soft tyres versus Mart on a worn set of mediums. Faithless has made a move here, so he's managed to get ahead of Kevin as Kevin's come out of the pits. He's not taken on board any fuel though, Faithless, so that's going to compromise him in his next stop. But Mart now with a 23, nearly 24 second lead. How long was he in the pits just for a set of tyres? Oh, it's only about 15 seconds in the pits. Is that right? Oh no, 15, maybe 25 seconds. Oof. He's going to be close, Smart, if he does come in. It's 118s from him as well still. He's got back markers closing up on him on that softer tyre as well. Manny in the yellow car. Faithless in second, then Kevin right behind him, just 1.7 seconds back. Dylan back up into 4th position, another 4.8 seconds behind him. Soft tyres on board for that man. Mockenweek's 5th with the soft tyre. He's actually only 1.1 seconds behind Dylan. So when they came in the pits, there was a 6-second deficit between Dylan and Mockin. All changed now. Dylan, not sure whether Dylan took on board any fuel. Skippy up to 6th then with his early stop. Obi-Wan just exiting the pits now in 7th. Manos in 8th. Pilgrim in the pits this lap, or just being released on a fresh set of softs as well. And Manny also on a fresh set of mediums. Mark stays out for another lap here. Going to do 2 stops on the softs. He's losing time to those drivers behind him though. That gap was 23, nearly 24 seconds. It's down to 19. He's going to lose. I think Faithless will probably get past him, possibly Kevin, maybe even Dylan. Mocking Weeks as well. He's He's going to come out right in the middle of that lot. Just at the back of it, maybe. Again, still got Manny tucked up his rear end on that fresh set of softs. Mark's medium starting to show that wear now. Will he come in? Is he going to come in, get full fuel, fresh set of tyres, and then just worry about fuel on the... just worry about tyres on the next lap? He comes in this lap. Faithless Emo into this last corner then. He's going to easily make his way past Mark. He's got the overtake function going now, pressing it all the way down this start-finish straight. Let's go now. It's going to get him up to speed a hell of a lot quicker. Kevin following him through. Mark taking on board the fuel then. He's got his tyres on. Dylan's gone through. Mocking Weeks has gone through. As I expected, Mark then just gets released. And you can just see those other drivers disappearing. But he's going to be on a better set of tyres at the end. I can imagine everybody else is going to go for a medium soft setup. And again, Mark stopping late is going to mean he's on a better set of softs come the end of the race. Does it benefit him? We'll have to wait and see. He's dropped out into 5th position, 5.5 seconds behind Mockin. But again, those tyres a couple of laps fresher than a lot of these drivers. It is Faithless Emo that leads then. He's got himself 4.3 seconds ahead of Kevin. He's used just over a third of his overtake. Kevin has used a tiny little blim. Dylan hasn't used any yet, 2.5 seconds behind Kevin. Mocky Weeks another 1.6 behind him. He's used a quarter of a tank of that overtake function. Mart has used just under an eighth of a tank of that overtake function, so not a lot at all. Plenty left for him for the latter stages of the race. Skippy, so he's the only driver to come out on softs for the first stint. He's the only driver now on a set of mediums for the second stint. And he's used just under half a tank of that overtake function. Obi, fresh set of softs on, fresh-ish set of softs on. He's used over half a tank of that overtake. Manos has only got a quarter of a tank left. Decent set of softs on though. He's going to run out of that. Pilgrim, he's used over half a tank of that. His tyres are looking good though. And Manny used about a third of a tank. Oof, look at this. HKRT Manos with the fastest lap, 1:15.856. Where have those times been hiding, my friend? What are we seeing Kevin doing? Still 1:17s, look, quite happily. Faithless 1:16s. And Manos comes through to do a 1:15. How's he done that? He must have had all the overtake and all the slipstream all at once. Yeah, 1:15.8. Cracking lap. So as we were then up front, Dylan still 2.8 seconds behind. Mockin still 1.4 seconds behind. Mart 6.7 seconds behind, so lost a bit of time to Mockin. Manos another 19 seconds behind Mart. Skippy is right on his tail though, so he might have just put in fastest lap, but being harassed by an Australian. Obi in 8th, having a little lonely race at the moment. He's got Pilgrim about 4 seconds behind him. Pilgrim needs to learn where the track is, I think, still. Manny another 17, nearly 18 seconds behind Pilgrim. Big gaps all over the place here then. Inter might all come together by the end of the race. There was a few different pit strategies going on. looking good for this man at the minute though. 14 laps remaining. I was going to say that's another mistake from Dylan. It wasn't a really good lap by Kevin, it was a bad lap by Dylan. That's allowed Mocky Weeks to get right under his rear wing. Both drivers on the soft tyre. I think Mocky Weeks are a couple of laps older than Dylan's. Those slightly tighter lines there, Dylan. Starts opening that gap up again between himself and Mockin. He's not broken the toe just yet. Almost breaks it, running at the start-finish straight. He has, he's dropped him. Back under braking, Mockin, but it's yo-yoing just around the limit of slipstream. It's about 9.5 seconds, 0.95 seconds, not 9.5 seconds. Come back to that then. Mart 5th, starting to bring that time back down between himself and Mockin, so makes up another second or so. Use a little bit more of that overtake function, that's good to see. Manos, maybe that's why he's got no overtake left in that tank. Maybe he used it all on the hot lap, the fastest lap there. He's almost out of that overtake function. Pilgrim kind of out on his own at the minute. He's 4 seconds behind Manos. He's 15 seconds ahead of this man. 10th now, as Manny just makes short work of him around there. Maybe Obi's struggling here a little bit. Faithless isn't, he's got clean air in front of him for a change. He'll be happy about that. 4.2 seconds lead. Kevin still pulling time on Dylan. Weeks falls off the back of Dylan as well. Mart starting to close that gap up a little bit more rapidly now. It's down to 3.8, so that's another second plus he's taken out of Mockin's time. Visibly closer on track now. Has used a little bit more of that overtake function, but only a little bit, so being frugal with it, but in the right places by the looks of it. So will we see Manos in at the end of this lap? His fuel gauge is flashing at him. Soft tyres aren't too bad, but potentially could do with a quick change. Just having a look at the soft tyres around him. Medium tyres on board for Skippy. Had the softs on for stint 1. Yeah, everybody else softs looking about the same. Mockin comes in then for his final stop. He needs fuel. He's getting rid of those soft tyres as well. Interesting to see what he chucks on. Faithless stays out. Kevin starts to close that gap up on him. He's taken, what is it, about 0.3 out of him, maybe 0.4. Dylan still falling further back. Mart 4.5 seconds off the back of Dylan with Mocky Week's departure. Skippy 27 seconds behind him, still on his second set of tyres. Mockin just been released now. Ooh, Mockin gone for medium tyres. Medium tyres and half a tank of fuel. Manos, fresh set of softs on and about half a tank of fuel. Is Obi going to come in this lap? He's looking a little bit lower fuel. Mart stays out, Obi stays out, Faithless Emo in the pits this lap now. So that does release Kevin into the lead of the race. He's got to take one more stop, as has Kevin, as has Dylan, as has Mart. But again, Mart starting to chop chunks out of Dylan's time. That gap come down to 2.8 seconds. Again, using that overtake function a little bit, but all in the right places by the looks of it. Faithless being released now. Nobody close to him, so he should be safe for fourth. He is. Again, Skippy's got to take his final stop. Mockin has just come in for his final stop, so he's running to the end then. Pilgrim will be in at the end of this. Oh, Pilgrim better be in at the end of this lap. You better hope he's got enough fuel to finish this lap. So Manny's... Oh no, Manny's not been in. He's not taken that final stop. He's got half a tank of fuel. Medium's not looking too bad. Manos has just been in. He's racing to the end now as well. Fresh set of mediums. Half a tank. Dylan just drops himself in the pits. Obi stays out again. So Dylan comes in from second. That allows Mark through to second. Faithless Emo back out on track then with that fresh set of tyres in third. Dylan just being released now. Mockin Weeks. Oh, he's going to be close, Mockin. Just see Dylan. Oh, he's already popped out. There he is. Mockin Weeks right up his rear end then on the exit. So medium tyre on board for Mockin. Dylan's gone for the soft tyre, so I think you are going to see Dylan just disappear. Race leader in the pits now. What does Mark do? Mark comes in as well. 11 seconds behind him. Needs fuel and tyres. Kevin doesn't need as much fuel. It's Faithless around that last turn. That's not a Dylan, that's an Obi-Wan behind Faithless. Kevin being released then. Mark just taking on board fuel. Here comes Dylan. Mark just gets released now. Will he come out in front or behind of a Dylan? There is Dylan. There is a Mart. I think Dylan's going to get out ahead of him just. Oh no, maybe not. It's going to be all over him by the time they come up to this left-hander though. Right on his rear end. Being hounded by Mockin Weeks there as well. So not everybody have been in the pits yet, but almost. Kevin leads then, 5.2 seconds over Faithless. He's got another 12 seconds over Mart. Mart's half a second ahead of Dylan. Dylan is 1.5 seconds ahead of Mockin. Who's that they're trying to get round? Obi-Wan trying to stay out the way of everyone. So can Dylan close up on Mart? Can Mart defend? Very similar in terms of tyre wear. A little bit more wear on the tyres for Dylan. Mart and Dylan both using that overtake function. They've got to as well to stay ahead of... Well, Mart's got to stay ahead of Dylan. Dylan's got to use it to try and close the gap. Mockin Weeks needs to stay with the pack. He ought to be using it as well. So that's Manny. Manny's still not taken his last stop yet. Stays out this time as well. Manos racing to the end. Skippy racing to the end. That's another set of softs on for him. Oh no, Pilgrim's found himself with a half a second penalty. He's going to have to lose up this straight. It's going to put him even further back. So, just about to start lap 31 of 37. And apart from the pit stops, Kevin's led pretty much every one. Faithless 6.9 seconds behind him. Mark still third, but still got Dylan closing up on him. It's a little bit closer towards turn one. Going to be in a good position on the exit of turn 3 here. Can he get him before the end of turn 4? I can imagine Mark's using overtake. Dylan doesn't need to. He's got the slipstream coming down there. A little wobble from both drivers. Dylan getting ever closer. Weeks being dropped by these two, 1.5 seconds behind. So as I said, Mark's long stop on the mediums, his long stint on the mediums means he's got fresher tyres than the majority of these drivers come the end of this race. It's only by a lap or two, but it might just be enough. Nobody is catching this man. It's been a masterclass from the Greek man tonight. Faithless. He's tried, he led for a little bit, but he's currently 6.8 seconds behind in second. Mart having to go defensive a little bit whilst under threat from Dylan. They are losing time to the top two, but it's a long way to those boys. I don't think they're going to make the time up, even if they did go into full race mode and work together, etc. I don't think they'll close that gap up before the end of the race. Mocking hanging on in there, but only just. A gap yo-yo in about 1.7, 1.5. Using a lot of that overtake function to hang on to them. Manos hanging on to 6th as well. So he's 30 seconds behind Mocking Weeks. He's 1.6 seconds ahead of this man, Skippy. Manny in 8th. He has been in the pits for his final stop then. Fresh set of softs on for him to play with. But he is under pressure from a Pilgrim here. Also on a set of soft tyres. Chasing hard then. Who else have we lost? We've lost Obi. Obi's dipped out. That's not like Obi. Don't know whether there was any kind of incident or accident, but he's not in the lobby anymore. As we were, no positions, no movement really on circuit. Pilgrim's got past Manny, but I think Manny span it off track somewhere. Manny just trying to stay out of the way of the faster drivers. Difficult to do, you know. Do you go to the inside, which is the racing line? Do you go to the outside where they could spin out and crash? Just let him through, that's all you've got to do. So Kevin extending that lead out front, 9 seconds near as damn it over Faithless. Just can't do anything to close that gap down. Mark hanging on to this second. He has pulled enough time between himself and Dylan to break that slipstream. He's got a little bit more of that overtake tank fuel to use if he wants to for the rear wing. Week still hanging on in there. Again, that time just yo-yoing about 1.8 now, nearly 1.9. Slight mistake from either of the boys in front, and he could swoop another position here. Manos coming under threat. Skippy right up his rear end. Worn set of mediums versus a worn set of softs for these last few laps. Slipstream, close up into turn 4, a little bit deep through there as well. That allows Manos to escape. It's a bit squirrely coming out of the end of turn 4 as well. That has allowed Manos to get ahead a little bit. No slipstream for Skippy at the moment then. Pilgrim almost losing it through there as well. Nice and wide through that turn. Why not? There is Manny coming under threat. What? I thought you'd just overtaken him, Faithless. Oh, tyres have caught you out. Tyres have caught you out. So Mart is starting to bring that time back down. He's pulling ahead of Dylan again a little bit. Dylan in 4th, 2 seconds behind Mart now. Just 1.1 seconds ahead of Mockin. Mockin has got the tiniest little bit of that overtake function left to use. Now, he may as well use it at some point before the end of the race. I don't think everybody else is going to use the rest of them. Pilgrim in the pits then. He needs fuel. May as well stick a fresh set of tyres on as well. And look at this. Kevin, soft tyres looking good, not even half worn. 12.3 seconds now ahead of Faithless. Again, I think Faithless tyres just on the edge of grip, and it's costing him a bit of time. So he's losing time to Kevin. He's losing time to Mark behind him as well. We have got one more lap after this. Dylan holding on to 4th. Mocking Weeks ever closer though. Weeks get a position. His medium tyres looking good. Look at the front left of Dylan's. That's why he can't get around these turns. He's only got a lap more to try and get round on those tyres, but Mocking Weeks should be able to press that car past him at some point. We'll see Manos a little bit lonely. He's managed to stay ahead of Skippy, who's worn softs, losing their grip now. Manny still 8th, Pilgrim still 9th, but it is Kevin that still leads. Faithless 2nd. He's still not managed to get back past Manny yet. Those tyres letting him down. Not looking good. Final lap then, just a couple of corners left to go for Kevin. Again, absolute masterclass from the Greek. He hasn't put a foot wrong. Round this final turn then, it's an absolute press all the way. He's going to use all of his overtake function. Full throttle past the pit entrance. And that's him. Win in the bag for Kevin. So that's going to take him above Dylan in the championship. Faithless Emo! Almost gets it wrong. Spins it out on the last turn. He does stay ahead of Mart. But one more lap and you might have been done for. We'll see. Mark then up towards the line. He's using all that overtake function as well. Comes home in 3rd. Oh, it's a very close between Dylan and Mockin as well. 4th and 5th for those. Mockin almost took him right at the end there. Manos will take 6th. Skippy will take 7th. Manny's already crossed the line, as has Pilgrim. We just wait for these last 2 drivers. I saw Faithless. You were lucky. Manos then. Oh, he's lost that fastest lap. Kevin's retaking it. Manos takes 6th. Skippy's going to come home in the 7th. We have seen Manny and Pilgrim cross the line. And that is that. And we've lost a couple of drivers from this one. We lost Atra. We lost Obi. SRR issues. I must leave. Is that sorry issues? You haven't got to apologise to me, mate. It's, you know, I just chat over the top here. Apologise to these boys for racing, or not racing as the case may be. But there you go, race done. There are official results. Kevin taking the win, Faithless Emo 2nd, Mart in 3rd, Dylan 4th, Mocking Weeks 5th, Manos 6th, Skippy in 7th, Manny in 8th, Pilgrim 9th, Obi-Wan DNF'd, and Atra DNF'd. Atra disappeared off mid-race with issues, and Faithless Emo's games just crashed. Interesting. Maybe it doesn't like you that high up the order, Faithless. Hey? What? I don't know. But there we go. That is round 6. What? It's round 7. That's what it says on the poster. I've put round 6 on the stream. I know that. Yeah, that was lucky, Faithless. That was lucky. But right, yeah, that's it from me tonight, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Back on Friday night. Is it final round of GTTCC on Friday night, 9 o'clock? Saturday night at 8 o'clock for more Nürburgring action with the Just for Fun Driving Club. And then same time, same place next week for the next round of this. 9 o'clock on Sundays for P1 Super Formulas. That's what we've got coming up. We've got the Race of Champions as well coming up on the 27th of March. That's I think it's the top 3 from each division in the GTTCC plus 2 wild cards. And or was it last round next week? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it is round 7. Don't look at the title of the video. It says round 6. I was lied to. It's round 7. Last race next week then. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Race of Champions. So top 3 from each division plus 2 wild cards from each division as well. All get thrown into one lobby and then they race it out for the final night. Probably a couple of races, reverse grid, that sort of thing. GT4 cars, but that's on the 27th. And yeah, that's it from me. So again, I hope you like what you watched. If you have, do all the things you need to, click all the stuff, press all the things. You know the score. You know the score by now. But most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.